What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Deville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder claims Tyson Fury's road, his opponents, were not as colorful, were not as difficult as his own. He says that Tyson Fury picked the easy road to his road back to the rematch. And now, let's look at the four opponents that both of these guys fought. Tyson Fury fought Otto Wallin and Tom Schwartz. Deontay Wilder fought Dominic Breazeale and Luis Ortiz. Now, if you look at both of those fighters, there's no comparison. Deontay Wilder fought the better opposition. He did. Dominic Breazeale was only beaten once. Luis Ortiz was only beaten once. And now both of those guys have 2 losses, right? Both to Wilder. Credit to Wilder. Tyson Fury, of course, he was starting a new contract with ESPN, so they didn't want to put him in with no one too tough or too stringent. But he looked good in the Tom Schwartz fight, looked sharp, clean, crisp, elusive, and all that good stuff. But in the second fight, he looked like he was overtrained. He got a cut over his eye, so he had a lot of trials and tribulations through that fight. It was a very difficult fight for him. Now, Wilder says this, and it's true. Tyson Fury his opposition, I believe, was under Deontay Wilder's opposition. But make no mistake about it, Deontay Wilder picked Luis Ortiz under weird circumstances. Okay, Luis Ortiz was a fighter that nobody asked for, and he was an older fighter that Deontay Wilder has already beat. And there's a saying: the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. Even though Luis Ortiz was probably the most difficult fight for Deontay Wilder in his career, he had already beat him. He knows, well, I have my punching power. I've been in the ring with him. I got a feel of him. So he knew what to do. That's why in the 7th round, he knocked him out better faster in the second fight than he did the first. So really, how is that easy? You know what I mean? The thing is, you ask yourself in this situation, give Deontay Wilder 2 cuts in his eye and put him in there with Otto Wallin. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, put Fury in there with Ortiz, or put Fury in there with Dominic Breazeale. That's how you tell. What would these fighters do with each fighter? And it's really unfair for me to say that, but that's my opinion, because we don't know what Otto Wallin is going to do in his career, and we don't know what Tom Schwartz is going to do in his career, or if they even have a career. They were undefeated fighters. If they continue, if Otto Wallin continues, if he starts beating people, credible people, that makes Tyson Fury's resume that much better, because he was the only one to beat that guy. If that guy doesn't lose, just like Dominic Breazeale. Dominic Breazeale made Anthony Joshua's resume look a lot better because he didn't lose anymore after that until he got in there with Wilder and got hit with the bomb, right? So that's how that works. This is how boxing works. The more people do it, if they lost, the body of work, the people they beat, that makes those people that beat them better, or that much better, because it gives them more credibility. Okay. Now, honestly, these guys could have done a lot more, and I know Deontay Wilder, if it was just the question of who fought the best, Wilder did, opposition-wise, namesake-wise, reputation-wise, talent-wise. He fought the better fighters. However, again, under the circumstances that we have, yes, Tyson Fury, his opponents were handpicked. Sure they were. But so was Deontay Wilder's. We had one mandatory, which was tailor-made for Wilder. Dominic Breazeale was too slow. He was going to get knocked out anyway. Regardless of what people wanted from Dominic Breazeale, people forget Deontay Wilder's fast. So since he's fast, how can Dominic Breazeale deal with speed? He can't. And he's not defensive-minded. So yes, he was tailor-made for Dominic Breazeale. Luis Ortiz, he already beat Luis Ortiz. He could have fought someone else, and we know who that someone else is. He could have fought 2 or 3 other guys that were more difficult. You know what I mean? So if he wants to point the finger at Tyson Fury, he needs to turn around and point it back at himself. Look in the mirror and point this way. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those situations where, well, yeah, I picked my opponents, but at least my opponents were about something. But shit, look at his. You know, but both of you guys did the same shit. You guys picked your opponents on the journey back to each other. That's my counterpunch on that. You know, again, it's what these fighters that have lost, you know, will do with their career. What will they do with their career? You know, I feel that Wilder and Fury, they're going to have a good fight. I also have the Inside the PBC. I'm going to cover that later for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But you guys tell me what you think about Deontay Wilder's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.